completion of this webinar, we will post it to the ERIS YouTube channel so that it will be available for you or your colleagues to see if you would like to do that. I saw Mrs. DC isn't hearing. I presume, Kathy, Joanne, you hearing me okay? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Well, I want to welcome everybody. This is the ERIS proposal webinar. Session hosts are myself, K7SYS, Director of Operations for ERIS USA. I am located in Sandpoint, Idaho. Kathleen Lamont, KM4TAY, who is located in Virginia, and Joanne Michael, KM6BWB, who is our lead educational ambassador, who is located in California. You can see on the screen the ERIS USA management team. Frank Bauer is our executive director, and then the rest of us are listed there. We have a number of partners that make this possible. NASA Scan, the Space Communications and Navigation Group within NASA, without whom this would really be completely impossible. The ISS National Laboratory, AMSAT, the Radio Amateur Satellite Corporation, and the ARRL, the National Association of Amateur Radio. We are supported by a number of space agencies. Again, we are very grateful for their support, specifically the space agencies found in Europe, Canada, Japan, and Russia. I noticed from the call signs that there are a couple of you who are from, one is from Jamaica, and Tony from Brazil. Much of what you'll see presented here tonight is applicable to whatever region you run in. Jamaica and Brazil are both at the detail level. The proposal process is managed by the ERIS Canadian division, and I can post the link for that, or you can find it on our website. Much of the overview is the same. As I said, it's just the procedures are maybe a little bit different in terms of how you actually prepare the proposal.
I think it really honestly depends on the venue.
Just to increase,
Yeah, I mean that's a good kind of a proof statement that the Telebridge, around 300-400 people in the gym or the auditorium. It really depends on your setting. So, if it gets too big, then it's probably difficult for them to see. But I would say, I don't know, Joanne, Kathy, you might have a view here. I would say the number is usually somewhere around 300 to 400 as kind of the top crowd size.
I think it really honestly depends on the venue. For my contact, I had about 600. We were in a...
Treat that as a constraint. We are on 2 meters, so that's the 144 to 148 megahertz band. Specifically, we use 145/800 as the downlink. And so the really important thing is astronaut availability, and the astronaut availability and your availability. So those are the things that I would put on that are front and center in terms of
break.
Go ahead, Breaker.
Yeah, it's Tony. How are you?
Hey,
everybody.
Tony.
Hello, John, Kathy, and Joanne. I have experience on the 30th of July to do a telebridge contact with American school here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm a director of our community, ham radio community. And I have a lot of contact with telebridge. And this contact with telebridge was great, We don't losing 1 or 2 students on that. But I have many contacts in transponder to ISS transponder. I'm going UHF and listening, I'm going VHF and listening UHF. It's totally perfect. You know, if we working in VHF, for me is great. You know, that's what I'm looking to do the next. If I have opportunity to do the Mooch Point, it will be better because we have a big gym there in the Navy School.
Oh, that's really
okay. Just to increase, you know.
Yeah, you know, I mean that's a good kind of a proof statement that the telebridge is really a viable option. I was kind of wondering if that was you because I know we had done one in Rio not all that long ago. On the Monday, when will I know? Just to say again, the scheduling is done by the payload planning group at Johnson Space Center in Houston, and the astronaut schedule is just packed. All things being equal, and what I mean by that is, if Monday is a federal holiday, it'll be Tuesday. But all things being equal, a normal work week, by end of business Houston time on the Monday of the week before the week in which your contact is scheduled to occur, that's when you'll know the exact date and time of your contact. Other questions that y'all may have?
Kathy and I were just responding that we've done a lot of these meetings and we have never had such good questions before. So, thank you.
Here's one that may have been answered from KP3RP. If we do a direct contact, will the approximate and AOS and LOS be expected? It's in South Africa and the ground station is in Europe.
Who reads the proposals on the proposal review committee? When we go through the ed plan, we can really, really quickly tell if the person who is writing the ed plan is not a teacher, or has no clue for education. Like, yeah, we'll be doing lessons about space. That doesn't really work. So, as long, like John said, that the focus is education, more, and so like the students asking questions should be the students. It shouldn't be the space hipsters, the space geeks that really want to ask a question to an astronaut that happen to have students in the room. It should be the students asking the questions, maybe with the astronomy fans watching the students, if that makes any sense, just to keep the focus on K-12 education.
Well, we have about 1 minute left, because I promised you that I would all get you to whatever you're doing for the rest of your evening on time. Are there any other questions that we haven't answered? Well, hearing none, as Kathy and Joanne said, and this has been a very responsive group, and I really do thank you for your interest and all the really great questions you've asked. That always makes these more interesting contacts. For those of you from Jamaica, Brazil, and Puerto Rico, if you go to the website, you are looking for the ARIS Canada site. Canada manages North and South America, out in Central America, outside of the U.S. for the particulars with them of how you do a proposal. I did record this. I will try to get it posted in the next day or two on the ARIS YouTube channel. But thank you everyone for coming, and I hope this was a useful and informative presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can't think of a better STEM outreach than this. This is awesome.
It's pretty great.
It is fun. It is great.
Very good.
It's fun.
This is a very good experience for students Oh, that is very good when we done here in Rio. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I hope to get another one.
Thank you, Tony.
Good
Bye-bye.
night. Good night.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Great presentation.
Cheers.
Okay, what I'm going to do is close the meeting, and again, thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
European Space Agency, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the Russian Federal Space Agency. The amateur radio ground station that will establish contact with the ISS is Oscar November 4, India Sierra Sierra, ON4 ISS in Antwerp, Belgium, operated by Jan Papuye, ON7UX. Thanks for all of your work in making this happen for us today, Jan. A special thanks to mentor Steve McFarland, Victor Echo 3, Tierra, Tango Bravo Delta, and for his hours of work to develop this contact today. We have about 4 minutes until contact time. Our contact today is with Chris Cassidy, KF5 KDR, who will be operating OR4 ISS on board the International Space Station. Chris will be talking with students at the American School in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This event will also be broadcast around the world via the internet through the ISS YouTube channel. Many thanks to John and Steve in the USA for their work to make this broadcast possible. We'll now ask Kenneth Horrocks to briefly tell us about the American School in Rio and the students taking part today. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Welcome to the American School of Rio de Janeiro, home of the ERRJ Panthers. From our humble beginnings in 1937, in a small house in Ipanema, to our two amazing world-class campuses today, we have been proud to help generations of young people find their own unique path. Today, we are privileged to be able to offer a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a chance to talk to astronauts in space.
Thanks, Kenneth.
Thank you, Brian.
John, before the contact begins, John, please tell us a little about ON4 ISS, your ham radio station, where you are and how you'd like to handle the conversation today.
Yes, okay, thank you. The amateur radio station that assists you today is located in Belgium, situated in the southern region near Antwerp, and the town where I live is Aartselaar. This amateur radio ground station is kept operational by the UBA section AAA, the Antwerp Active Amateurs. And in the realization of this Irish Telebridge radio station are 6 volunteers direct involved. We use two-way radios, fully computer controlled, frequency control, and also antenna tracking both in elevation as in azimuth is also computer controlled. So my antennas are already are pointed in direction of 252 degrees west. That's the direction where we're expecting contact the ISS. When I start calling, I will listen to the response, and when I heard nothing, we heard this noise. So that's in short what the station will do, Brian.
Excellent. Thanks, Jan. Remember that what we're doing today is on the International Space Station is truly an experiment. We can never tell the results, either positive or negative, until that experiment is over. Students, please don't forget to say the word over, as we've talked about before. In about 30 seconds, the station should be coming up over Belgium. So, Jan, I'm going to turn it all over to you. Good luck and enjoy the contact, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Well, station is now 2,425 kilometers in direction, and it starts popping up over the horizon. So I begin calling, and it can happen that we have to call them 2 or 3 times before you can answer. There's Oscar Romeo 4 ISS, Oscar Romeo 4 ISS. This is Oscar November 4 India Sierra Sierra for an Irish scale contact. How copy, over?
Oscar November 4 India Sierra Sierra. Hello, this is Oscar Romeo 4 India Sierra Sierra. I hear you loud and clear, over.
Okay, Chris, thank you for replying my call. We have students in Rio de Janeiro here, and I will inform you that we'll do a short greeting before they asking their first questions. The question will follow automatically. Are you ready for that, Chris? Over.
I'm ready for this. Over. Thank you.
Okay, school, go ahead.
Okay, November Alpha 1 ISS, Christopher Cassidy. Thank you very much. I'm in the multi-point contact. My name is Tony, Papa Yankee 1 Alpha X-ray. I'd like to say to you, thank you very much for this opportunity for students in the name of the ham amateur radio community in Rio de Janeiro, by Labre, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Take a good advantage for this opportunity, students. Go ahead, Kenny.
Welcome to the American School of Rio de Janeiro, home of the EARJ Panthers, where we help young people find their own unique path. Today, we are so privileged to be able to offer this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a chance to talk to astronauts in space. Go ahead, Pedro.
President, has the coronavirus pandemic affected the safety protocols aboard the ISS in any way? Over.
Hi, Pedro. Thanks for your question. Before I answer Pedro's question, I'd like to say it's a real treat to talk to the American School in Brazil. I was there personally in November of 2016, and I remember very fondly visiting the school and the campus and having lunch in the cafeteria and talking to the students in the gymnasium. So thank you very much for calling me today. Pedro, the coronavirus has definitely affected how we astronauts prepare for space. We have to maintain a safe distance with protection with a mask, and in the 2 months before launch, crew members go into quarantine or more strict protocols. And the last 3 weeks is very strict quarantine. Over.
Lorena, how do you exercise in space so you keep your muscles and bones active? Over.
Hi, Lorena. So we have 3 different exercise devices: a treadmill, a bicycle, and a weightlifting machine. The weightlifting machine is actually air resistance in a vacuum cylinder that we can adjust the piston up and down and provide the resistance, and we can move the bar to accommodate upper body exercises, and that's how we keep our bones nice and strong. It's nice that we get our muscles toned, but really it's our bone health that we care a great deal about from this exercise. Over.